I welcome you to the new and improved studio. We have migrated to Vincent's car, and we are on our way to Flagstaff, Arizona. We're about 2.5 hours in, roughly, and this is another set of the LWH podcast. All right. You guys ready to rock and roll?
Yeah, let's do it.
Bro, I was
born ready. Let's go.
Hell yeah. All right. Where the hell are we? We are in Flagstaff, right?
No, we're in the middle of nowhere.
Buttfuck.
Yeah.
Nowhere.
On a long drive
fields.
through a whole lot of nothing.
Let's do a cheers. We are officially on spring break.
Cheers.
Salud.
Salud.
Ah, this is the pride and joy I get out of every week. Getting to record a new episode, a new style of fucking recording.
How many episodes have you done? How
This
long
is
have you
24.
Whoa.
You guys are 24. Yeah, so this has been going for 5.5 months.
Okay.
And we're the first mobile.
First
First
mobile. Am I too loud, by the way?
No, it's I love your voice in
It's
my ears right now. Actually.
I have different set of headphones, so it's a little different. Like I feel very it sounds very terrible. I need to get those ones because those ones are the nicer ones.
I was gonna say
these are the airport
orgasm right now.
These are the cheap airport ones, the ones that you buy at those expensive technology shops in the
You got
airport.
big ass vending machines. In the
Yeah.
airport.
Ah,
Yeah.
my goodness, you guys look good back there.
I know.
I
got
have
all
good
this
lighting.
light coming in.
We have good lighting back here.
Hi there.
What time did you guys when did you guys start packing? Yesterday or the day before or when?
I started last night at midnight.
Did you work yesterday? Where are you at the Capitol or what?
Nah, I just had a soccer game yesterday. So.
Oh yeah, you're still reffing?
Yeah.
Who'd you ref? High school or
Yeah, it
college?
was just high school.
What high schools?
It was Denver Christian and St. Mary's.
Oh,
But not,
okay.
the Denver one, the one from Colorado Springs that no one knows about.
Yeah.
So,
They're both 3A schools, right?
no, they're 2A.
Oh, even
Yeah,
smaller.
so it was
Jesus.
rough.
You're getting your fucking workout in, so you can
yeah.
drink heavy on this trip,
yeah.
huh?
Yeah, you know it.
How
More like I need the money so I can drink on this
much do
trip.
they pay you? Do they pay you per game or what?
Yeah, it's per game. And then I get, if I'm driving the farthest, then I'll get mileage. So I didn't get that
Oh.
yesterday. But
Damn.
Well, that's nice. That's like giving money.
yeah.
Like what, a $50 gas
about-
card or what?
No, so they just add it on to the base rate of what I normally get paid. So normally it's $10 to $15 extra.
Not bad. You had 2 gallons of gas?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Depends on how far. I don't know.
Okay. Well, we're going to chill for a little bit. We're going to catch up, do 10, 15 minutes, and then I'm going to play some music, and then we'll get it actually started.
Okay, bet.
Nice.
But what do you guys want to see out there while we're in fucking AZ? Or are you guys just along for the ride?
I feel like I've been along for the ride planning wise.
Uh-huh.
I love being a part of the planning process. And I was honestly when I had the little function last night for St. Patrick's Day, I was we got to plan this. And then I was after the week that I had, I was I am just going to be celebrating wheat.
Just
I'll
go
be
with
an
the flow.
active
Yeah.
participant, an
Yeah.
active listener in
Yeah.
the planning process,
'Cause
but I
that's
trust the other members of the party.
That's what I learned from the last one. It's you always want to put your input, but then it's no, it's going to slow the process down, and then you're not going to do anything, right? So just go along for the ride. If you trust someone,
Yeah.
just do it.
And there's if there are too many cooks in the kitchen type situation,
Exactly.
it can get too
There's only so
muddled.
many
Right.
hands that can help.
It's I'm prepared once we're there to be oh, if you need me, I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, doing whatever, we're vibing, but yeah.
Just sit back, bro.
I'm
Just-
looking forward to just being able to relax and
Yeah.
have some time to do I'm honestly looking more forward to the nights that we all just kind of hang out in the Airbnb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the fun nights when we start making fun of Vincent.
Yeah.
We do that during the day too.
We do that all the
Exactly.
time. We do that all the time.
Okay, we can't roast the driver.
Yeah.
We could do whatever we want. This is America, baby. But yeah. I'm excited for that baseball game. By the way, are you
I'm
guys going?
excited.
Both of you guys going?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Should be fun. I'm planning on this season, as soon as the Rockies start playing, to go to a lot more games. Because I can ride a bike, take the RTD. It's
That's a
10,
good point.
15 bucks. Stand by the bullpen, watch all the pitchers warm up.
Yeah.
He's badass.
Rock pile tickets.
Exactly.
Yeah.
$12. I rode my bike. You remember that day that you guys were coming out of the hockey game, and I was going for a bike ride?
yeah.
I went all the way to the Rocky Stadium.
What
Oh.
the fuck?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I just rode there. I was
For
like,
fun?
yeah, because I was like, I had my music, my phone was charged, and I was like, yeah, let's see how long
So
we
that
can ride
was-
this puppy.
That was after we saw you.
Yeah.
That you went there.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I
That's
got on-
crazy.
What
I
route
got-
did you take?
So I took, I went up all the way to Colorado. Colorado went north, and then as soon as I hit Cherry Creek Mall, I took Spear.
You took Spear all the way?
I took Spear, and
No
then
way.
I went through those rich neighborhoods, but I was like, this is kind of sketch, because what if they think I'm like trying to get in their cars or something, and they call the cops on me, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck, I got to get out of this neighborhood. So I went back on Spear, and I just took that all the way. Went through downtown for a little bit, and then I ended up at the fucking Rocky Stadium. I was like,
Huh.
What kind of bike do you have? Like, how many? Was it really hilly or like?
it was hilly.
Yeah.
I came back sweating.
Yeah,
but,
sure.
but that night it was like perfect because it was like kind of chilly, but it
That's
was
the
still
best.
nice
It
out.
was like nice. Yeah.
And yeah, I was like, dude, I need to do this more often, because there's times where I'm like, I do homework, and then I'm just like, I want to relax, but if you stay at home, I don't feel like I'm relaxing, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
So I'll just go out.
I put a little rack on the back of my bike so I could carry stuff to and from
Oh.
campus, but I almost want to take it off just because the few times I've gone on longer rides, it's like adding way more weight and make it way less balanced.
Weight reduction, huh?
And like I forgot, like, oh, this isn't just like transportation to get to and from like campus. Like, this is just fun.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
It's because we can't ride it in the fucking winter.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because you're getting more cold with the wind, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't have gloves, your hands are like
Oh,
burning.
well, did I tell you I took a final? So my last final, it was a math final at 8 in the morning. And I had put my alarm for 7:30, 7:40, right, to wake up and go to class. But I put my phone on sleep mode. So that's like do not disturb.
Right.
But I don't have an actual alarm. I put it on the actual clock on the timer. So I just put 5 hours or it's like 6 hours,
What?
right? I don't know. It's just I don't like. I don't.
He was
tr-
getting ready for the math exam. He's
Yeah,
like,
he's
okay,
like,
I
let me
gotta
add
add
to
the
the
time
addition.
together.
Exactly. So I put.
I don't want it
put
to
the
count
exact,
for me.
I put the exact time, right? I
to
put
the
like,
minute.
To the minute. And then I didn't know that when you put it on do not disturb, it would silence that as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it put it at.
Oh,
I woke
God.
up at 7:50. Had to put on whatever I had on. I put on chanclas,
Yeah.
sweatpants, and a
Sweatpants.
sweater. No shirt under.
You're just like,
And I just got on the
Raw
bike,
dog in the final.
and it was snowing. It was.
oh, you're
it was.
fucking serious.
Wait, was this
Thursday
Wednesday?
morning. It was Thursday morning.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god.
And I was like, I gotta do it. Like this is. There's no other way I'm gonna make it.
yeah.
I got to class. I was like, where do I sit? Because everyone was there early.
Yeah.
And the idea is like you're supposed to sit like in between, like only have one space in between
Every other,
people.
yeah.
Right.
I was like, there's no more spaces. I'm gonna have to sit next to someone.
He's like, you can sit outside, Ali.
Yeah.
What? So I was shitted. I was scared. And then as soon as it was like 20 minutes in, I was like, okay, I'm gonna fail this final. Fuck it. At least I made it.
Hey, you know what? We showed up. And
I showed up. You know?
Acceptance is really important.
Yeah.
At
That
least
was-
you made that realization.
It was
That's all that matters.
terrible, dude. I was like, I gotta get more prepared. I gotta know these different things with the fucking do not disturb. Because literally, I don't know why I don't put the alarm. Maybe because I always had an alarm that would go off at 7 in the morning, and I would never turn it off.
Yeah.
So I'll just make my personalized one with the timer, and then it doesn't go off the next morning.
Yeah.
But
Well, see, I like having that like same alarm every day because I feel like I wake up at the same time, and if like I'm up early, that's dope because I just have extra time to do stuff in the morning, or if like whatever, if like it's just before class.
so what time do you wake up?
Usually like 6:45, 7.
God
Yeah.
damn, son.
every morning.
Every morning.
Even on those nights where you're like staying up late and you're like,
I mean, on the weekends, I like sleep in, but like normally I have to either be like at work before class or like downtown to go to my
Oh.
internship by like 8. And so I'm always up like that early at the butt crack of dawn just to be able to get, wherever I need to go.
how you liking the sun coming up or going down later and coming out earlier?
I vibe with it.
I'm
It's
very, very happy.
Yeah.
Me too, because I hated that like 5 p.m.
Right.
It's already dark. I'd be getting out of classes and I'm like,
Great.
the fuck?
I had a 4 to 6 p.m. and it was
Yeah.
this past quarter, but also like when I got back to Denver after being abroad, I'd been in like the southernmost part of Chile, and so it was like summertime, and then because of like the time of the year, the sun was setting at 10:30, and it was like 70 degrees out every day. And then I got back to Denver, and like the first like day I was here, and it was setting at 4:30. I was like, is there an eclipse? Like, what's happening? Where did it go?
Did your body get like super tired once that started happening? Like at 4 p.m.?
No, I mean, honestly, I feel like I adjusted jet lag and like my rhythm just kind of clicked. I was definitely just like more low energy and like more
you're
sadder.
low motion.
Yeah.
That's what they call it.
I feel like it's that seasonal depression type.
I've never really felt like that, but definitely like a type of energy. Yeah, just like damn.
I don't know. I think that shit affects
So seasonal depression.
Yeah, that shit kind of.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, like when the climate affects you.
Well, yeah, because you said you were like,
No. I'm
like
not depressed. I'm
and,
just
like,
tired, sad, and I don't want to do
yeah.
anything. What are you talking about?
And I use drugs to cope. I have
no self-control. That's not the weather. What
That's
are you
not
talking
the
about?
weather.
That's not the weather, man. That's problems right there.
Yeah.
Shit.
No, yeah. At that point, it's just an excuse. Like,
Yeah.
you just pop off during the winter, and then you're like, oh, let me come back once the weather gets nice again.
Oh shit. Hopefully it doesn't snow over here, man. Because
It's supposed to, I think, right?
It's supposed to snow most of the days.
That's awful.
I thought the whole idea was we're going into the desert to see the damn sun.
Yeah, I thought so too.
In the mountain, Flagstaff is in the mountain.
I mean, I am scared though because I have to take the train from Flagstaff.
Okay, all right. Explain that situation. Explain that situation
So-
because what was going through your head to go to Arizona to California and then California to damn Colorado? Why couldn't you just go to?
Well, here's the thing. Like, I have to be back, to be back in Colorado to go back to my internship, right? So
yeah.
I was
The
like,
one at the Capitol?
yeah,
Okay.
right.
Just making sure.
Yeah, just that one, pop off. Yeah. And, I was like, okay, let me see if I can get out through Phoenix or maybe go fly down there and then like figure out some way. And, or just, fly from Flagstaff. But it was going to be a crap ton of money. And I was like, okay, if I'm going to be like, I do not want to spend $800 on a one-way flight to get from Flagstaff to Denver. Like, I'd rather, I don't know, do something like crazy than that. So I looked into it more and it just made sense. It wasn't going to make sense to go from Phoenix because it was just going to be like as expensive, like, getting to Phoenix and then like getting up to Flagstaff on the bus or whatever, because I guess everyone and their mom wants to go to Phoenix for spring break. So
Yeah. Because they want to go to Lake Tahoe, right?
right. Or I don't know. It's warm. I don't know. Spring training.
Right?
It's warm.
Where's Lake Tahoe?
It is in the north of California.
I was gonna say.
My bad.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's not my strong suit.
It's just word association.
Yeah.
Like-
at that point, I was like, okay, if I'm gonna make this work. Like,
Yeah.
and so I didn't want to drive 12-hour, like, 10 and a half hours, 11 hours by
Alone.
myself alone.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, at this point, it's spring break. I'm 20. Why not just full send an adventure? So I looked into it some more, and it was going to be the cheapest option out of every single option I looked at. And that, most adventure-y type option too was going to be to get on the Amtrak like train that runs from Chicago to Los Angeles. It runs through Flagstaff on its way to Los Angeles. So it
makes like a big
Yeah.
left turn.
Yeah. So So literally, I'm just gonna get on the train from Flagstaff, take it to Los Angeles. It's overnight. So I get like on the train Monday night at like 8:39 ish. We'll see with the snow if that still ends up happening. And then I get into LA at like, I don't know, 8. Maybe a little bit earlier. It's been running a little bit early. I've been watching it. I've been paranoid about this. And then I have a 2 p.m. flight out of LA back to Denver, and I'm getting back at like, I don't know, 6:30 maybe.
So is that the same amount of cost to go from Flagstaff to?
It's less expensive.
Really?
Like,
how
to
much
fly-
was the Amtrak?
So the Amtrak was like, I don't know, it was like $60.
Oh.
Yeah, it was cheap because
But-
I'm getting on it like late, right?
Yeah,
'Cause it's
and
only-
plus it's 11 hours to freaking LA.
What's your train setup? Like, are you
Yeah.
in do you,
So
are you
I
a
have
bed? Do you have
so I have like a
little
sleeper
room?
little room
Ooh.
thing. So I'm gonna be chilling.
Are you gonna be with other people though? Like, is it gonna be
No,
bunk
it's just
situation?
no.
because
It
you
is
never
like
know,
an
right?
individual
Because it's
room.
oh, okay.
I mean, yeah, you're right. Like the people you might meet on Amtrak, like, no, like scary. No, so it's like
Do you have your pepper spray just in case?
I don't have pepper spray, but I don't know. We'll see.
You got them hands.
Yeah, I have these guns, you know.
As a weapon.
Yeah, more like
Fuck.
academic weapon.
Ooh, use your brain, not
Yeah.
your
Safe.
Yeah. Like, I'll
Let's
fucking
see
make
what
you
happens
levitate.
when a Glock pulls up. Use your brain
Yeah,
then.
Yeah, so
like-
it's like a little sleeper car. So I'll actually be able to like sleep, and it won't be like,
Yeah.
you know, I'll be able to like chill.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, and I'll be like, hopefully, if everything goes to plan, I'll get there around like 8, maybe have some time to chill
Mhm.
before I have to like, you know, get over to the airport and then get home.
So
Yeah.
8.
So-
You're getting there 8
Like
p.m.
8
8 a.m.
8 a.m. and then when
Because he leaves at 8 p.m.
2 p.m.
Right. Oh, okay.
2 p.m. So I have some time.
You have some time.
So, but yeah, if everything runs to schedule, that should be it. But if for some reason the snow messes everything up, then yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
I mean,
At
when I
that
first
point,
heard
it was
Part of
was
the
meant to
adventure
be.
then.
Yeah,
now the
that's
way you
that's the
explained it,
thing.
I was like, okay. I
Yeah.
thought the train was good because I've looked at some trains as well, like to
Yeah.
go from here to San Francisco, and it's
Yeah.
like $400, and I was like,
Yeah, no.
what what?
I would.
I
not
will
do
go
that.
slower
Yeah, I could just
Right.
drive, you know, like
Yeah,
what?
and pay more.
Well, it's the same amount for a flight, but no, it made
But for 11 hours
it
to get.
made sense.
Yeah, this time
do
it
that,
does.
yeah.
And I was like, what the is Colton thinking?
Yeah,
man?
I
11
know.
hours and then, but
But I mean, like, I
That
was
should be
like,
fun.
you know, I'm just gonna full send it. Like, you know, if they're really gonna make me come back, like, I would have stayed the whole week if I could. But if they're really gonna make me come back, then I'm just gonna send it. And honestly, like, if it gets too
But,
late, I'll
okay.
be like, ooh.
not even in an internship you can ask for days off? Even
Well,
if you've
the
done such a
problem
good
is
job?
it's like an internship fellowship, and so it's not even the internship part. Like, my boss was like, oh yeah, like, take all the time you need. It's the fellowship part
So-
where I'm getting paid through, where they're like, no, you have to be there. Like, you have to come to our meeting on Friday. You have to be there. You have to be working in the office Wednesday, Thursday, or else, like,
How pissed would you be if like, hey, you know what? Actually, we're going to take the day off. Go ahead and enjoy the day.
Yeah, I would be actually kind of pissed.
That would suck.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's not even the internship part. Like, my office is really cool, and they were totally chill with me missing the whole week. But then the fellowship
So
company was just like, nah.
Oh, dude. Look at that. The mountains.
Oh my god.
Yeah, come on.
To the audio only listeners,
To
we
the-
have
yes.
a beautiful
I can't even describe it.
It's a
snow-covered
white cap
peak
mountains.
right in the front of us, and we're slowing down a little bit because we got some cars ahead and the road's a little curvy. But
Looks really, really good.
It looks so
this
good.
is gonna be like a 13-hour journey. We're what, 2 or 3 hours in?
No, we're not even at 2 hours in. I think we're at an hour and a half.
Because you guys picked us up at 6:30.
6:30.
Yeah. Or we're 2 hours, but no, we stopped
7,
for a
8.
good, like, maybe 15 minutes. So we're.
I'm not complaining about the scenery though.
No, I'm not either. It's majestic, to say the least.
I still think 285 is the best way to see the
I
mountains.
agree.
I feel like a Californian when they see rain. We needed this.
We
We needed
It's
this.
healing. Nature is healing.
I needed this.
Nature is healing.
Do you guys think you guys could live out here like rural type?
I mean, I did. So, I mean.
Oh, yeah, you did
maybe.
in Etown, huh? Yeah.
But it was flat, so we didn't have anything like this.
What do you mean by rural? Do you mean like actual living or like
Like living in a
Ralph Waldo Emerson, you know,
Like that house right
Henry
there.
David Thoreau
Right
in
there.
the woods?
in the woods?
that house right there. You have to travel like at least 45 to 30 minutes to any type of store, civilization, or like city.
I mean, I could, because that's what I had to do.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Yeah.
I could do it alone.
I mean,
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
obviously
yeah.
not alone. Like,
Well, like you see those people who work like
Right.
in like fire watchtowers,
Uh,
where
yeah.
they'll literally be like in the middle of like a like Federal Reserve of land, and
Uh-huh.
they'll like just sit at the top of this tower, have all the food they need for like weeks at a time, and just
but they have radio.
yeah.
they got radio. Yeah,
Roger,
so,
Roger. That's the Texas size 10-4. We got.
Yeah, so they're not alone, but like just like waking up and being like, man, I'm just out here.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Did you know you can actually rent out? I think you can like stay in those like fire lookout cabins just to go
Really?
and do that. I've like seen people do it. Like,
Well, you
they're on
better watch
TikTok all
out
the
because
time.
now like
Spring
national
break
parks are like
2024.
new murder
Yeah.
spots. The national parks.
Okay, thanks for that.
I'm just
Great.
saying, like, there's
I
been
didn't see
murders.
that.
There's been murders at like national parks. Remember that girl that? Oh, we're going camping with my husband.
Oh,
and then
well, that
all
was
of
a while
sudden,
ago,
Yosemite,
wasn't
right, or something like that.
No, that was in Utah.
Yellowstone.
Utah.
Tetons.
Or Tetons, I think, right?
Grand Tetons.
So just be careful, man.
I will.
When you go to
but
these
like you
national
see,
parks.
you see all these people on like TikTok or Instagram, like, oh my gosh, I'm a granola Colorado and I'm gonna go stay in this fire cabin. But then they do have some fire
Yeah.
views.
Well,
Oh,
there-
that actually I didn't. No pun intended.
Ooh.
He's a fiery redhead for all the audio listeners.
Yeah. The ginger.
Can't hear it in my voice, but
It's there.
it's right there. There's a wee bit to tinge a ginge in the fringe.
Are you your parents, family, anyone Irish or no?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh,
Not
okay.
like, well, yeah, my it's on my mom's side, and in 8th grade we had to do family history projects, and my sister did my mom's side and I did my dad's side. So I don't know all the details on her side, but yeah, that's where like most of the Irish stuff comes from, and like the actual ancestry. And then my dad is mainly like German, English, Scottish, but like they both have the recessive trait. Otherwise, I wouldn't have the
I was
because
just
neither of
saying.
them have red hair.
I was gonna say you're the. Does your sister have red hair? I forget.
Yes.
Okay, so you both got the recessive trait.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm.
They were recessive.
Rare breed.
Yeah.
You should grow out your hair like Jacob, and just do 2 red braids, bro.
That would be
Pigtails.
too good.
Yeah.
That would.
That's
be
what I'm going for right now
iconic.
too.
That's what you're.
That's why I'm growing my hair out.
That's what you're going for.
I want to go for those 2 braids.
Really.
Yeah.
Wow.
Really close
I
to
can't
your
see
head,
it.
Down
Yeah.
Like the back. Mm.
Uh huh.
They're tough.
I want to be like, "Hey, Fat Rocky, hey, Fat Rocky,
That's it, Rocky.
hey, Fat Rocky, hey, Fat." Have you guys seen that video of Tyler the Creator? They're in the studio. He's like, "Look, it's hey, Fat Rocky, hey, Fat."
Vincent, where are we?
Yeah, where we?
Are we in Alamosa yet?
Oh no, it's gonna be a while before Alamos. Actually, we're not. We're gonna end up hitting Buena Vista, and then we turn right and go through Del Norte and then to Durango. So
Durango.
Might get to Alamosa,
Durango.
but
Durango.
we'll be going around for a bit.
Bet.
Plan is to go through the 4 corners here in a bit. So
We're gonna touch the tips of the states, of the states.
I was gonna say, do you guys want to?
we're in Buena Vista.
Oh.
Do you guys want to make a human table at the 4 corners?
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
I don't care. I'm for it.
Who's gonna take the
Y'all
picture?
know.
Of it,
We have a tripod.
we-
We have
Oh,
cameras.
that's right.
Come
I
on, bro.
forgot.
You're
I
working.
forgot. Ollie
You're
has
rolling
a
with the
s-
production
though.
manager.
I was gonna say Ollie has us set up. Yeah, he has us set up.
Yeah. It's good that I brought it though, because I was gonna bring half of this stuff. I wasn't gonna bring all that.
Yeah.
But if we want to shoot another episode over there,
Honestly,
we can. And I have 4 mics. Well,
who has not been featured yet?
you two. Well, now we're getting you, Marg,
that's
Coulter.
I think you should do
Xavier.
Marg and Coulter together.
Marg
That
and
would be
Culture
quite
would
the
be a
episode.
great combo.
That would be quite the episode for you.
How would I start it though? I don't know. I haven't really hung out with Marg.
Be
and
like, what
Coulter.
is your controversial hot take? I feel like that's a great way to start it. You get some good content out of that.
That is true, and I think I'll have to keep that episode just for me. I won't
Yeah,
upload
I
that.
was gonna say, that one-
That's
That
gonna-
one might get you sued.
I mean,
so.
if yesterday, if there was some stuff being said, I was like, huh, in the basement.
Oh,
Yeah, we are in Buena Vista, people.
Buena Vista.
Buena Vista.
Oh, can you guys believe it? We've been doing this for 20 minutes already.
Wow.
Wow,
I was thinking about that. I was like, we're rolling.
we're naturals at this.
Except, and it's just a conversation,
We're
man.
90 miles away.
Something like, I think I get why people are like, not everybody needs a podcast. It's not that this is like not great. It's just that being able to hear my own voice, I feel so much more inclined to talk.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, oh.
Because if you wouldn't have heard anything, you'd be like, I
don't know if I sound weird.
Well, that's why I think it's like an ego. There's like a bit of egoism in it, but it is a fun thing to do.
Well,
Like,
yeah, it's fun and it's like a good like. I don't know. It's like almost like a journal. Like it's
Exactly.
like a good like you're keeping like a memory of like the I don't know different points in time like this trip or like over the past 5 months like the other episodes like each is a different point in time.
Why do you think everyone posts on their Instagram? This is like my winter quarter journal, or like on Instagram
Yeah.
they do all those pictures and videos. Is because they want to record it.
That's how mine is. Mine is more
Yeah.
like like let me showcase like the people in my life, but also like here like it's basically just a chronological order of like
Yeah.
things I've done, not like like me up and get me all those likes.
Sorry, that's me.
Yeah, that's that's what you're in it for.
That's literally the same. Like but I know I've come to the realization that that's like I don't need to do it, but I almost feel obligated because I'm like, oh, what if everybody thinks I'm dead? Like,
Yeah.
What if everyone thinks?
I have to make sure everyone knows I'm at least doing something right now.
Nah, I'm just like, I'll make some. If people like it, screw it. If they don't like it, okay.
Yeah.
That's a good mentality.
That is a good mentality.
And I'm not over here like it up, baby.
Okay. If you post to your make an Instagram post, especially if you haven't done it in a while, what are your thoughts on like people who put it on their stories, like their own post right after they
like
do
new
it?
post?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind it.
I'm kind of like, I saw it. Like
Yeah.
I'm on the app. Like I mean,
Yeah.
I know the feed gets like cluttered,
Yeah.
but at the same time, like I don't know. To me, it's
I
like a
don't know.
little bit kind of like,
Redundant.
well, redundant, but also just like go check it out. Like I don't know.
Right.
I
I think it's to get the algorithm to showcase it more. I think that's why people do that, as far as I know.
Yeah, because like I won't act like I don't want people to see this stuff. Obviously, I
Right.
posted it for a reason.
Uh-huh.
But
Right.
like whenever I post something, like especially when I first got Instagram when I was like 13, which is kind of crazy to think about. Like
I was.
Did you lie on it? Yeah, of course. You're
No,
like,
I
I'm
was
from
extremely-
1980. That's what I did on my first
Yeah.
Facebook and Instagram. I'm from 1976. That's when I was born.
To get the
And it shows
account,
I'm like 46 on Facebook or something.
Apparently, that's actually illegal to do.
Oh, well,
yeah,
thanks.
isn't that?
Thanks.
So you just. I'm calling the police on you right
Lock me
now.
up, officer.
Yeah. I mean, apparently, like my parents were like, oh yeah, we don't give out your actual age online. I was like, yeah, of course not.
It's hilarious. My
But then
dad
apparently they're like, the government doesn't want you doing that.
on Facebook, my dad put and he's so paranoid. Well, like when Facebook first started, he
Of
didn't even put
Facebook.
his actual birthday. So everyone
Really?
thinks his birthday's in like May or June.
Uh-huh.
And we had some relatives in Mexico. We went to go visit them, and they're like, they bought him a cake and everything.
No.
And he's like, "Oh, thank you guys, but it's not my birthday today."
It's my Facebook birthday.
It's my Facebook birthday.
And we all sang the song. We're like, "Well, happy birthday! Might as well. We got the cake.
Yeah.
Screw it."
Honestly, early birthday. That's fine.
It's so funny. You have a different birthday on every single account, and so you just have like 12 throughout.
12 birthdays.
No one knows
Pets
how
can't
old you
find
actually
me.
are.
And they're all like burner accounts, like the emails you can't even log in on.
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
my dad is like that. He keeps all of his passwords in a physical little journal that he writes down
Oh,
and
my
organizes.
God.
He won't let like any of his browsers save it. Like he was in the Navy in intelligence, so like he knows like cybersecurity is like
Right.
important, but he's definitely a bit paranoid about it. Like his Instagram is like the name of our like dog and then no profile picture. Like it looks like a burner account, but like, and he only follows like our family members, the bands, like school accounts, like the University of Denver
Yeah.
stuff,
Oh
and
my
then
God.
like, but he'll it's like this creepy little
How long was your dad in the Navy, right?
24 years.
Wow.
Damn, son.
Mhm.
When did he start? As soon as he was 18 or 20?
So he went through ROTC in college.
Yeah. You're speaking, he was the kid in the high school. You're speaking to a future Navy.
Navies.
man.
No. Oh, his-
Don't disrespect me like that. You're speaking to a future sailor, or what do they call them? Navyman? Sailors?
I think it's
Sailor.
semen is the word. you're looking
Semen.
That's what I'm looking for. Thank you for all your service.
No, yeah. Well, the thing is, like, his side of the family has like a pretty long military history,
Oh, okay.
and like his mom,
And then
my
you fucked it up,
grandmother-
bro.
Yeah,
Nah, he
little
was-
do they know their
he's like,
liberal,
"Oh,
their
shit."
liberal arts major son, their liberal arts major son who says no to war.
It's crazy because like most recently he'll send me these things where he's like the Marine Memorial Foundation, for example, or like there's so many like veteran associated organizations that have like scholarships and things to help students.
Yeah.
And he's always sending them, and he's like, it's just one essay, fill it out, like do it, you should do it. And all
Right.
of them, the prompt is like, how do you feel about commemorate, educate, serve, or like our
Yeah.
mission statement? And the thing
Yeah.
is like, I agree with what they do for like veterans and like helping them, but at the same
Yeah.
time I have to be like, guys, I'm gonna be honest, in all of my classes we are talking about like deconstructing the institutions of our like that dominate our lives, and like we're not, like I have to make myself sound as patriotic as possible. in those things.
You're walking on thin ice when you go to
Yeah.
Thanksgiving dinner. Huh?
Not really. Like the thing I'll say is that my dad, his brother is like 3 years younger than him and like 6'7". My dad's like 6'2".
Wow.
His brother's like a
Jeez.
tank.
Damn.
And my grandmother, when she was raising them, this was like late 70s or when they were going to college, like late 70s, early 80s. Everyone thought like nuclear war was going to happen.
Yeah,
like
yeah. The Red Scare, right?
yeah, like Cold War's happening. And so she was like, okay, one of my sons, if they got to go to war, if the draft is literally going to happen, like one of my sons is going to be enlisted and one of them is going to be an officer.
Yeah.
And my dad would be the officer and my like tank of an uncle would be enlisted. So she kind of pushed him in that direction. And like, honestly, like he's definitely very, you know, having done all the service, like he thinks very highly of
Yeah.
It's just like what we were talking about yesterday. Like once it's like such a ingrained in someone's like that savior mentality, like, oh, you know, this got me out of a horrible place, like with the Mormon shit. Like it probably brought him out of, you know, like it gave him a place to stay, got him food for a big part of his life. It paid for
it let him see the entire world.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I look up to the most. Like I don't think
Yeah.
I'll ever actually like serve in that capacity, but like my biggest interest in working either with the government or something is just the fact of
to
like traveling the world
Right.
and, you know, doing that for a job.
Yeah.
Because the number of stories he would rarely tell me detailed stories about what it was like to be on an aircraft carrier on the ships out at sea for weeks and weeks at a time.
Yeah.
Every story he's mostly told me about his experience has been, or the ones he shares the most are like, well, when we docked in this little city and we were greeted by these people and like had this experience. And so like, I think that he definitely like cared about the work, but also for him, he was more like, you know, I just enjoy this and I enjoy what I get out of it. So he thinks very highly of it, but also when you're in that kind of officer space, like it's kind of like working a desk job, but like for the military.
Yeah.
And like you're giving presentations, you're sending information, you're writing a bunch of emails.
Yeah.
But you know,
See, that's why I want to go into diplomacy, because I feel like you can do all of that and have the same experiences, but then
you just
instead
don't
of
have
like
to go to wake up to PT at 6:30
right, but
a.m.
not just that,
work
but
on
like
an 18-hour like
Right.
ship
Yeah.
schedule, like
and your schedule's decided by someone else. Yeah.
And you don't like, you're actually resolving conflict and making the world a safer place through dialogue rather than just going out and being like, we're gonna bomb the shit out of you
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather be proactive and solve conflict before it even starts and have those same experiences than having to be like, oh yeah, let's go, I don't know, invade and I don't know, do all this other stuff.
Yeah. All right, let's do our little break.
Little potty break.
Yeah. All right, pee in your cups, fellas.
get the Gatorade
Get
bottles
the
out.
Gatorade bottles out.
Well, I welcome you to the new and improved studio. We have migrated to Vincent's car, and we are on our way to Flagstaff, Arizona. We're about 2.5 hours in, roughly. And this is another set of the LWH podcast, episode number 24. I welcome you to Kevin, Kappes, Kappes, and Colton, Arciniaga, right? Arciniaga. And this should be a special episode. I'm very excited. I'm very nervous because I don't want this shit to break. I don't want Vincent to crash and then all my shit go to shit.
Yeah. Heaven forbid he crashed and the
And
equipment
the
breaks.
equipment get damaged. Yeah.
You know, we might just be hanging
Fuck
out
all
beside
y'all.
the car. Yeah.
I spent a lot of shit. I spent a lot of money on this damn
Right.
equipment.
Right.
It's like, keep it safe, Vincent. Godspeed, brother.
Vincent's been doing an excellent job so far.
Yeah, Mr. El Capitan up there.
El Capitan.
Doing really well.
We need,
Navegador.
we need to get him a sailor hat.
We do.
We had a sailor hat in Spain, then it did not survive, unfortunately.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, so you went to Spain with this fool too?
Yeah,
right?
we were roommates.
Same program?
Yeah, we were roommates.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What'd you think of him as a roommate? Say, don't hold back. He's not here. He can't
not
hear us.
No,
he doesn't have headphones.
Vincent was a great
He doesn't have
roommate.
headphones.
Vincent was a great roommate. We cuddled every night. Yeah, no, just kidding.
He was
Vincent
terrible.
was a great roommate, except for the time when he went to the Sahara Desert and brought all
The
the
sand.
sand back with him. The sand was everywhere. Ooh,
It was-
state trooper.
It was all up in his crack, huh?
Yeah. Oh, the 2 state troopers. Look at that.
Oh, shit. Sure.
Hey, we're doing what do you call it? We're making citizens arrest.
If we get pulled,
That's why we have all this gear.
Yeah.
We're actually undercover.
We're undercover. We're listening
I was gonna
in
say,
right now.
if we get pulled over, we're putting the cop on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
Now, why did you pull us over?
Why did you? How fast was he going?
Oh goodness, that's funny. Don't worry about it. You got enough points on your license so you can revoke. Have you guys ever gotten speeding tickets?
So I've never gotten like pulled over before. I've only ever gotten one automated speeding ticket by the DPD. Like they have their
the
cars,
cameras?
their camera cars.
Yeah.
I was doing 36 and a 35, and it clocked me.
Whoa.
Yeah, and it was a $20 ticket.
You're going way over speed. Than
I
my
know. I was hauling.
brother.
You know.
Thankfully, I've never.
Yeah. So.
Well,
it was
you don't
brutal.
even have a car out here, do you?
No.
Yeah.
I've never got a speeding ticket. When freshman year, I went on this weird road trip over the weekend to South Dakota, and I was with my boy Ryan. And
Hey, shout out to Ryan.
Shout out.
That man has been to more countries than I can, even imagine. I know I always talk to him in Nelson. But sorry, go ahead.
No,
My bad.
you're good. Ryan's
Shout out to
best.
Ryan.
Shout out Ryan. And he had like a manual Subaru, but it has California plates because he's from Redding, I think, or Orinda. I don't know, somewhere in the north of California. And we were driving
From Lake Tahoe.
Yeah, Lake Tahoe. And we were driving through. I think it was Kansas, definitely. And there was like one of those. It was when the highway just like went from a 70 to a 40.
So they
'cause it
call it
was
speed trap.
Yeah.
Right.
And so we
Fuck
kind of
speed
like
traps.
blew through it, and we pulled over because we were lost. Like we needed directions. So we were literally in like a gas station parking lot, and then like a state trooper just pulled up behind us with the lights on, and we were like, "What?" And he's like, "You guys were going so fast out there." And he's like, "California boys, what the hell's going on? What are you doing in my town?"
All you need to do is just whip out the cowboy boots. Just be like, "Sir, are we gonna have a problem?"
Yeah, was he like, if you're spinning brown, get out of my town?
Yeah, no, he was not happy, but like, we definitely was going fast. And then the whole time Ryan was like, if we didn't pull over to go for directions, he would not have caught us.
No,
Like,
you guys would have been in a chase.
would have been out of there.
Oh yeah.
You guys would have been in a car chase. That's what would have happened, bro. Jeez. Okay. So, Colton, how long have you wanted to be in politics or diplomacy? Since when did that start? Because that
that's a
seems
good
to be your
question.
track.
Yeah, that's a good question. I think for me it kind of started in high school.
Uh-huh. Were
Like-
you student government then?
Yeah, but like nothing crazy. Like, so I started there, but then like everyone in like my hometown would like complain about how like, oh, like we don't like have this, we don't have that, and then like being in a rural school, we had no money, and so
Uh-huh.
just like seeing all that stuff and like hearing how like my teachers weren't paid enough, and then like seeing that they were leaving and like having to go like work all these other jobs or like leave school to like.
And most
'Cause they
of the
couldn't
teachers, would
afford
they
anymore.
live in E-Town?
No, they would like commute from other parts
Damn.
of like close to Denver, like other parts of kind of close to us just to come, but they wouldn't get paid anything, and so I was like, oh, like that's not okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so that kind of started me, like I guess that kind of pushed me to get involved kind of in state level politics. So for a number of years before I got to DU, I served on this group called the Colorado Youth Advisory Council.
Oh, okay.
And so basically it was like a group created by law where like there was like 35 kids from each district who would go in and advise state legislators on like these types of issues affecting like
you were a representative of that little
of my
area.
district. Yeah.
Mhm.
And so by law we would go and advise them, and so it was really cool. Like I got to write policy memos and proposals to them, and I also got to run some legislation like at different points with different representatives, and actually sat on like a committee of the General Assembly where we actually got to like propose like laws.
Because I know it's a lot of work, and I've sat in some of the USG meetings with you as well, and it's like it's a lot of emails, a lot of responding,
Yeah.
a lot of But what keeps bringing you back? Because even with me, when I see an email, I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, that's just not for me.
Yeah,
Like,
no, that's
emails
fair.
when I see it, I'm like, come on, man,
Yeah.
this can wait like 2-3 days, and then
Yeah.
a month goes by, and I'm like, damn it.
Oopsie.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, a lot of it for me is like, I want to get people connected. The strongest draw for me is having people participate in the process, because the process is not designed for people to participate. It is designed to be as exclusive as possible. And for me, I want people to be connected to the process. I want them to be engaged in the process so they know what's going on.
Yeah.
And so they can make informed decisions about, who's representing them, what they want to see, things like that. Because if you're not connected, then you don't know what's going on.
So you're fighting against the people like me that just don't really like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying like everyone has to be gung ho about it, but you should at least have kind of a general idea of like how the process works, so that if you want something to change, then you can. And so like even in it's the same structure on campus. Like our administrators don't really work with students, so I'm all about how do we, if someone needs something, how do we get them connected to the right people in the right places to make it happen.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I see my role in all of it, is I want just to get people connected so that they can have the resources they need to just do whatever.
Because how long have you been doing USG here at DU?
I started my sophomore year.
Sophomore year? You didn't go freshman year? You're
No.
like,
No.
nah. Plus, it was like COVID year too.
Yeah,
You didn't
I was
really-
just chilling.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Whoa! Slow it down, brother! God damn.
coming in hot.
I know, Jesus. We just went from 80 miles per hour to 0.
Well, I know exactly where we are. I went camping near here last summer.
Really?
I see all
Did
these
you
guys-
want a lawn chair?
I was gonna say
Yeah, they had all these lawn chairs.
We could
out
strap
here.
it to the
That's
top.
how I know.
We have a roof rack, baby.
Yeah, I brought
Yeah.
my camping chairs.
Yeah.
But anyway,
But even at the state level, just like having this internship and being able to see what's going on at the state level and having that type of experience,
How badass is it going to work every day and you're going to the Capitol?
I mean, it's state, so I mean, it's pretty cool just seeing how connected it is to actually
But
having a difference.
You
on
work
people's
in the
life.
damn Capitol.
Yeah,
That's badass.
I mean, yeah, I guess
Like,
I don't know. It's just being there. It's made me
Right?
realize it's like normal people. I don't know. There's like normal people working there and just getting stuff done. It's really no different than anything else.
I mean, I wake up every morning and then all I see is college campus. I don't see
Yeah,
no
that's
damn
fair.
Capitol. That's fucking.
how much of like the Capitol environment would you say is like? I feel like there's a lot of drama at the federal level because there's always like reporters running around and protesters and
Right.
like the environment itself. Like it's probably pretty boring inside the actual chamber.
But outside?
But outside, there's there's all that context at the state level. I mean, because to you, from what you've told me, I feel like it's to you it's just a day of work, even though it's like at a pretty
Well, I
significant
mean, it's
place.
the same environment, but for me, that stuff is just normalized now.
Yeah.
I understand, just seeing that is a normal day because it always is happening. Like, there's always someone protesting. There's always reporters who are asking questions. There's always lobbyists, coming to ask for your support for things. So that's just normalized now. But I mean, I would say the environment is just the same because politics works the same regardless. It's all about, relationships and, getting your stuff through and just playing the game to make it happen.
Jeez.
So, I mean, it's normalized, but I mean, it's obviously not I guess is portrayed as crazy, but I mean, everything happens.
So would you want to? And what you're saying is from what I heard earlier, is that you really don't want to stay in the state, or would you want to do more diplomacy type work?
I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. I would love to do diplomacy work. I could see myself living abroad, or potentially in DC doing stuff. But yeah, I don't know. Just kind of
You
seeing
can go to
what
Russia,
happens.
dude.
I don't know.
Здравствуйте.
I don't know about that, but
What did you just say?
How
Yeah.
you doing? Hello.
Oh,
wow, we have a mobster in the car with us.
Меня зовут Илья.
Oh my god.
Выходим в Аризоне.
Should
Do you speak Russian?
Yeah, I'm taking Russian, bro.
That's
I've been taking it for
That's
3/4.
sick. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
How hard is it to read?
Okay, actually, it's a lot in the grammar. So every
Okay.
word you can make it 6 different ways. There's 6 different ways you can remix one word. So each way you say it has a different meaning, right?
Huh.
Like a verb conjugation or like an
Yeah,
actual
verb,
meaning?
verb,
Okay.
noun. Well, more verb and adverb and
okay.
adjective. Those are the
Okay.
ones that really change. But
Really?
nouns you can also change. You can remix
Wow.
them. Yeah. But honestly,
Say Arizona again.
Arizona.
Arizona.
You have to say
Like with a V.
You have to do
Arizona.
because that indicates location. Arizona.
Arizona.
Not Arizona. We're on our way to Arizona. Not Arizona.
Not Arizona.
We're in motion.
We're in motion.
Interesting.
Damn,
Wow.
son, damn.
That's actually really impressive.
Yeah, no, it's been fun. But the only reason I started it was because the Cyrillic alphabet, it looks like graffiti.
Oh,
And
so
I was
that-
into graffiti, and like I'm into graffiti.
That is literally
So I was like,
so that's
if-
iconic.
Good
So what if?
reason, though.
So then
Yeah.
what if
To
like
start a
I can
language.
write in my notebook in my journal
Right.
in Russian.
In Russian.
Nobody can read it, and that shit looks tight.
That is so iconic.
Win-win for everyone.
That's true.
One of the most iconic things
you
I
gotta
think
like
I've
the
ever
look of
heard
a
Ollie
language
say.
if you want to
Yeah.
speak it. That's cool.
Yeah.
The characters are dope. But okay, Kevin,
Yes.
who got you into comedy, and why did you want to start doing the improv club at DU? Because you've been doing it for
Yeah, since freshman year.
since freshman year.
Yeah, I got on the team spring of my freshman year. Once I started doing shows again because they couldn't really do them during COVID.
With the mask on, that was weird. Huh?
Yeah, we had these plastic
The face
shields
shields.
Yeah.
that definitely did not stop any. They would just get covered in droplets. Because,
Yeah.
we would have to project our voices louder so people could hear them.
Hence why I caught COVID.
Okay, we weren't wearing.
Oh yeah, that's what. Yeah. And then you gave it to everyone on the floor.
I
bro.
did not.
Yes, you did.
Vincent got it and gave it to everyone.
I'm still pissed at freaking Aubrey for sending us all the way to downtown right before Thanksgiving break. Freshman year.
I remember that.
I wasn't. I was.
Oh, yeah, you
that
were on
was
the
before
third.
I was before I made my way up to the fourth floor.
You were
I was
third
still
floor.
with the third
Yeah.
floor homies.
Yep. Because Aubrey had got COVID. They sent his ass to Hilltop.
I remember that.
And then me, Vincent wasn't with us. It was Joe, Jacob, me, all went to downtown. Like they put us.
They put us in a hotel? Or
Huh?
put you in a hotel?
No, they put us in. It's like an apartment, but it's right close to CCD.
What?
It's like right next to the
That's
convention
crazy.
center. Yeah, so I
That's
guess they
far.
rented them out, and they took us in an ambulance, bro. I thought I was gonna die. I
Oh
was
yeah,
like,
that's
bro,
right. That was freshman
bro,
year. So they
I-
were
Like
doing
you just
that.
have COVID.
I have
Get in
COVID.
the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
And
worry
there was
about
like one other guy, and we're like, "So do you have it?" And he's like, "Nah, but I don't know where they're taking me, bro."
What the fuck?
I didn't know where they were taking me either. I was just like,
it. Nah, bro, I got
they
something
could have
else.
kidnapped us, bro. They could have literally
Yeah.
driven us across the border, and
Oh my god.
if they really wanted to,
Oh my god.
yeah.
That's
I didn't
wild.
read no emails. I was just
You
like
were
packing
just like-
shit, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, I didn't even test, bro. I just saw an ambulance and they said get in. I
Yeah,
didn't ask
I
any
was like,
questions.
yeah.
The EMT looked official.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was the whole thing. Like they had the gear and everything.
That's
How
crazy.
long did you stay in that apartment?
Yeah, we were there for like probably 4 or 5 days because it was like basically
Yeah.
finals week. Like
Right.
the entire finals week.
But I remember that because it was like finals week, but then also things like that Thanksgiving
Yeah.
week too.
Remember, because they sent us home. They sent us home for Thanksgiving, and then we had to do finals like the first week of December
Right.
remote. But that was weird too, because like the last 2 weeks, like after Halloween, was just like chaos because everyone was testing positive.
Yeah.
Right. I had definitely thought we were all gonna get sent home during that period. Like they were freaking out. Especially when like all of towers were like they're like, yeah, everyone
Dude, they
in
were
this building
testing
is
our
positive.
They were testing our
I know.
shit.
When they were like everyone in this building is positive, we're like,
How to
oh
cause
fuck.
like panic 101.
Yeah.
Be like, based on our numbers, there should be 20 of you with COVID.
And
And,
we're like, who is it?
and you all need to get tested in the next 24 hours. Don't form a line. Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, so you started in
Well,
freshman year.
I started freshman year at DU. I did theater in high school, which I think
This fucking
Hey, hey.
I definitely
Cut him some
I don't-
slack.
I never had theater in high school, but as soon as I got here, everyone shat on theater kids. So now I help in the
Now
back
you have
with
a
it.
theater kid.
Like this.
I don't
fucking-
shit on Kevin
But
for being
hey,
a theater
nah,
kid. He's a
don't
good
feel
theater
bad.
kid.
I'm gonna be in a play here in like next
really.
in this
yeah,
May.
you're with
Nyla.
Nyla, I love her.
Yeah.
What
Shout out
play?
Nyla.
It's called Los Vendidos. So I got the part and everything. I was like,
fun.
bro, add it to the checklist. I'm only gonna be here for 4 years. Screw it. I'm gonna do
Expand the
whatever.
repertoire.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I definitely was. So I did that kind of middle school, high school, and so I feel like what I loved about the first experience I had with improv was in middle school, like theater class,
Uh-huh.
because you do a lot of improv games just to kind of practice like acting, because you know, if you're really informally doing a character, having to change the way you talk, change the way you move, think on your feet.
That's really what it is.
It
like,
really
thinking on
helps
your
once
feet.
you do get a script. Like, it's so much more than just the words. Like, you have to be okay, what am I thinking that makes me say this? Like, what is in the white space? What am I reacting to, you know, during this? And so improv really helps with that. But honestly, I think that I sometimes have more, or I enjoyed the games and the improv more. And the one note that my director in high school always gave me about my acting was like, Kevin, like, you're committing, you're putting, like, you're doing energy, you're doing it well, but you're doing a caricature, you're not being. It's like to be truly acting, you need to feel what the person is feeling. You're just kind of pretending. I was like, I thought that's what acting was. Like, what do you mean? And like, there's definitely like deeper theater theory and work that you can do to get to that point. And I just wasn't that interested in doing that. I still think that I would enjoy like being in a play or a musical again, but I loved improv because I could think of a specific character and I could do that, and it could be really short, and I could kind of expand it if I wanted to, but I could kind of be that, and then like when I'm done kind of thing. Like, I much respect to all my other friends who are like actual actors and like do way more because like they really, you know, focus on it a lot. And like there's some impressive performances that I've seen from friends who are able to really just be that thing.
So how many plays or like things did you do in high school, like actual performances?
The car is buffeting.
I know, that's what I see in the camera.
Oh, okay.
It's because he's pushing it, bro. He's like at 80,000 miles per hour.
Like the wheels are gonna fall off this bus.
Camera shaking? Are the cameras shaking? Hey, all gas, no brakes, baby.
I think you ran through the brakes when we were going through the mountain pass. I heard that. I felt the car.
That was the rumble strip.
Yeah, okay.
Always an excuse.
Yeah, I did like pretty much 2 a year from like 7th grade through my senior year.
So that's eight productions basically.
It was sometimes more, because like if I was taking like the drama class, we might have a performance for like the class.
Oh, okay.
There was also the club, and the club was after school.
Mm.
So I mainly did musicals because like of the three kind of components to that, like acting, singing, and dancing was definitely my strong suit. And then
Well,
I enjoyed.
now I know. Yeah, every time the camera's out, you shake your ass. Dude.
Yeah.
Right?
You have an odd habit of doing that.
It is. He does it.
I mean, it happens.
Like, that's the first thing I noticed about him when I first
do
met
it
him.
well.
You're like, shake some ass.
And he's like, okay, yeah.
No, I've been like my whole life I've been dancing, and from a very young age I only started like actually taking classes and stuff like high school, but like my whole life I just loved to dance, and I
And
always
shake your ass.
Okay.
Get over the ass, okay?
And
Not everything about him is about his ass.
there's like a video somewhere
Objective.
on my mom's like her old iPod with like the scroll wheel.
Yeah,
but it was
yeah.
the first iPod that had a camera. I was 9 years old,
Oh,
and we
okay,
went
yeah.
to Santa Monica, and we were walking down Santa Monica Boulevard, and there was this street performer playing I Wish by Stevie Wonder on the saxophone.
Uh-huh.
And I just kind of went out and started dancing, and like the group that was like a couple people watching him like started forming a group around all of us. And so and like kids don't know how to dance, they just like wiggle and like move.
But
like,
the courage to go up there, that's something, you know?
I just felt it. And one thing I don't struggle, but like I think about a lot, it's like, why do I enjoy doing these kind of performance-based things?
Yeah.
Because there's part of it's like an expressive thing. Like I love being myself, I love expressing myself. There's definitely an attention component to it.
Yeah.
And finding that kind of balance of like, what is performance? Is it for me? Is it for the audience? Like I've really worked on that with improv recently, because now that I'm the president of the club and I'm hosting the shows, I'm way more like, I have to talk directly to the audience and like get suggestions for the games and like gauge how they're feeling, because I also control a lot of the games.
Because
Like,
it's not really just about what you want to do. Now you have to actually perform where the audience has to enjoy it, right? You're creating something for them.
yeah, well, that's what I thought, and I was kind of doing it like that. And then came a point this past quarter where I was kind of like, man, this doesn't feel like as natural. Our shows feel kind of forced. The set list that I'm building is getting kind of repetitive.
Yeah.
To the point where the audience is like, when we play a certain game, they're expecting something. And when you have that expectation, no matter how good the scene is, it's always going to take away from what just happened because
Yeah.
they're comparing it to like what they've seen before. And so, you know, I've realized that like, no, we should be doing this for us, and we should be doing
Yeah.
this in
Yeah.
a way where like
And again, it's
That we
like
just
practice
enjoy.
for you guys too, because
exactly.
you guys got to get reps in like crazy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's one thing I've noticed about comedians or even performers. You got to get so many reps
Yeah.
in, even with this, bro. Like until episode 13, 14, I was like, okay, now I'm feeling comfortable in the mic.
Yeah.
Right.
If not,
Yeah.
I'd have to like take a shot, or I have to like,
You would have to be like,
I'd
somebody
have to
take
be
the edge
tipsy
off.
just to loosen
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
And now it's like, I just need a coffee and
Well,
that's
the
it.
hard thing with improv too is that like everyone, because we can just meet and then do it. Like,
Yeah.
we don't
Yeah.
need much preparation for
Yeah.
the actual shows, but that doesn't mean we don't need practice.
Yeah,
Like
Right.
you still need to get to know the people. You still need to feel comfortable with your scene partners. And wow, this is
Intermission.
beautiful.
Yes,
Sorry,
we're gonna enjoy scenery for a sec.
Oh, wow.
To the left of us, there's more beautiful mountains, snow-capped mountains.
There is snow blowing off the mountain
Yes.
tops right now, and it
Oh, what are
is
we on
amazing.
I-70 right now?
It's
No,
285
this is
still,
two-
right?
Yeah,
I feel like I-70 the way we got like
yeah, I know. But this is better than I-70 because there's no traffic.
Yeah.
You can actually get. I mean, I-70 has good scenery, but this is like,
The highways are better too.
Good
There's no
scenery.
potholes or anything.
yeah, that's fair.
Mhm. This is beautiful.
This is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, this is the part of Colorado that like.
This is where they
people-
got the license plate, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
They
Yeah.
literally took a picture of this.
yeah. So yeah, we're approaching what, the San Luis Mountains, right?
San
where we're-
Luis.
Sangre de Cristo.
Sangre de Cristo.
Ooh, I like the way you say that.
We're
Yeah, he
headed
has a
south. We're
Spanish
heading
pronunciation.
towards Salida right now. So I don't know if this is the Sangre de Cristos or not. Those might be closer to the San Luis Valley, but
Yeah.
it's a band of it's an offshoot of the Rockies, basically. Beautiful though, absolutely.
Thank you, Captain.
American West. Yeah,
you
literally.
gotta
It
do-
sounds like an alien. He's like,
Ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching our
This is your captain speaking. We're approaching Salida, Colorado. We're about 2.5 hours into our journey.
You gotta get the
We got a
in
while
there.
to go.
You gotta go. And
Weather is sunny and beautiful. We got 19 degrees outside though, but we don't feel it in the car. We'll do our best to get you there this afternoon in one piece.
whoa.
I feel like I'm in first class.
First class. Would you like a burrito?
Ollie's our flight attendant today.
Yeah, Ollie
He's been serving
got
us.
in the car this morning and he immediately had breakfast burritos and Gatorade.
You act like this is my first rodeo, bro. I drive to Mexico when I was like 12 with my
Damn.
family, and they'd be like, all right, the night
Game
before,
plan.
it's either burritos or tortas.
Oh,
Because
yes.
we're not stopping anywhere. You're getting your coffee and maybe a juice at the gas station. If
Yeah.
not, we're going
Yeah,
straight.
going. Yeah, well,
And
as
yeah,
we
we'd
should.
have a cooler, Gatorades, and lunch, and that's it.
Yeah.
The essentials.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because we ain't stopping in no goddamn McDonald's.
No,
got me
yeah, no,
fucked up.
we would always pack our snacks too and just
Yeah.
shoot straight down when I
Yeah.
go, because I had family who lived in Albuquerque.
Oh, okay.
So we'd always be going down there like this time, like when I was younger for spring break. And I hated it, but it was awful, but it was a good car ride.
The worst thing, I think, the worst time to go in a road trip is in the summer because it's so hot
Yeah.
and there's only so much that the AC can do.
Yeah.
So it's perfect right now because it's chilly, right? We can take off a sweater or two if it gets too hot. But if you're
yeah.
feeling a little
Or if
risky,
we-
you
we
just
can
roll
open a
down the
window.
window.
Yeah.
I will say the best road trip I ever did, and I know I'm very
It
lucky.
better be. You better say this one.
I was going to say,
Well,
yeah.
better
Hey,
fucking say
we
this
haven't,
one, bro.
we're very early into this, but already vibes are immaculate.
They are very immaculate.
There's no awkward silences. There's no,
No.
like.
We don't even have to keep recording. Like if we just have these things on, we could talk forever.
I got 4 terabytes on this goddamn
Oh
thing.
my
We can
God.
record the whole
Damn.
thing.
I was going to say, do you want to do a 10.5-hour podcast episode?
I think so. I think we might have to turn off the cameras, but then this audio
Yeah.
can keep going.
Oh my God.
It was summer after my freshman year, and I'm very fortunate that I was able to do this with my friend Ben. Shut up, Ben. So his family, they had a Tesla Model Y. So it's like the Model 3, but
Uh-huh.
it's like a little bit bigger.
Okay.
So kind of right in between. It's
And
like
the Y is the sorry, I don't keep up to date with
Yeah,
those.
no,
lines.
it's-
Is it the minivan one or like the
The
SUV
minivan?
one?
It's so like the S is like the sporty, like the
Uh-huh.
first one. Then the X is the big one with the like the flying
The
doors.
angel wings, yeah.
And then the 3 was like the more like affordable kind of
Okay.
sedan. And then the Y is basically the version of the 3, but with that's like a little bit bigger. It has more trunk
Oh,
space.
okay,
It's like
okay.
a bigger body, I think. But
Body,
like,
yada, yada,
Yada,
yada,
yada, yada, yada, yada. Shout out
Sorry.
Megan these times.
Sorry, I had to slip that.
But-
I think
Kirby.
that's you're gonna catch a case over that. You have to license
Why?
the song.
Oh,
To
because
like-
she shot
Oh,
her
it's-
foot.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, the song.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was
okay,
Tory
okay.
Lanez. Yeah. Anyway, so we went from. So he loves roller coasters.
Oh, okay.
He goes to MIT. He does electrical engineering. I think if he doesn't do like trains or some other stuff, he's gonna like design roller coasters. He can look at a roller coaster and like see the track and know the manufacturer, know like the coaster type. Like,
Wow.
Like every like know.
Got a
the-
lot of time on his hands.
Oh yeah, he is obsessed with them. It's really cute.
Well,
Actually,
this is good. That's his thing.
He like never grew out of his train phase either. Like he still loves model
So
trains.
fair.
He's the president of the model train club
Oh.
at MIT. Like he's into it. But anyway,
I think who you're describing is Sheldon.
Yeah.
no, he's cool. But like he loves roller coasters and like so we did like basically just hitting all the parks up California and then we finished in Tahoe where his cousins were. So we did like Six Flags outside LA and then we did I think it's called Big America, which is outside San Jose, and then we went to the other Six Flags outside San Francisco in like 3 days.
Wow.
Damn.
So we just drove up, not like I-5 or like the 101 kind of scenic route by the coast, because you got to be more inland for San Jose.
Yeah.
But we kind of went through like Bakersfield and like all the kind of where they grow a lot of stuff. up
Yeah,
there.
yeah, the farms.
The farms, yeah. But like we would like grab a bite. We had to stop a lot more to like recharge the car.
Ah,
And it's
okay.
like California, so there are chargers
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah.
But like we just grab a bite to eat. We could sit in it for 20 minutes.
How long would it take to fully charge?
Like
40 minutes? 30
20,
minutes?
30 minutes.
Oh, wow.
That's not bad at
If
all.
it was a supercharger, sometimes like the chargers, they have like the normal ones and then like the superchargers, which do it
Uh-huh.
really fast. And like while we were driving, first of all, there's no engine.
Yeah.
So the car doesn't rumble.
It's
Like there's
yeah.
enough suspension and the roads are flat enough that it's just a smoother ride the whole time. And then his like didn't have the updates or whatever that he could do like completely autonomous driving.
Yeah, yeah, because
But,
that's like a 10K package.
Yeah, you have to
add-on.
get the
I thought it
10K
came.
update.
I thought it came with
No,
it.
you got to get the
Yeah.
DLC.
Yeah, you gotta get the expansion.
No, literally
pack.
the expansion pack.
on the car. Yeah. And so, but like it has cruise control and it has lane assist.
That's all
Which
you
is
need
all you really
when you're
need.
going
Yeah.
straight.
The only
yeah.
thing it really doesn't have is like the fact where you could fully take your hands off, or like you could tell it to do a lane change and it will do it for you. So every 20 seconds, like the display would light up
Beep, beep,
blue,
beep, beep.
and he'd have to like touch the wheel, but he could just sit back. So we're just like chilling there, sit in, and then he would like touch it every so often. But the car's just driving; it's doing the turns for us.
Dang.
Like
Wow.
it also maintains a distance, like
Yeah.
with the car in front of it. So basically driving itself. But
Damn.
like smooth ass ride. We're just listening to music and like sitting there, and it was the most comfortable way to cover like the entire length of California
Yeah.
in 2
That's
days.
crazy.
Like
That sounds like
And,
wild.
okay, so when you guys went to those parks, was it you had to get the express pass? If not, it's not worth it.
yeah, I mean he's been going for years because he's obsessed with them. So he had some like family pass stuff.
Oh.
So we kind of just hopped on that. Actually, when we went to Six Flags outside LA, we were waiting on this one roller coaster, and all of a sudden we see these 3 black sedans pull up, and this strangely muscular guy standing, like he's in normal clothes, but he's standing by like the entrance to the ride. And then we see this like Six Flags attendant with like a different color shirt on and a name tag, like kind of cut the line and let these people onto the ride. And we're like, oh, that guy's a bodyguard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who are these people? And we realized it was Jeff Bezos' wife and family,
Oh,
shit.
or like his like new wife or whatever.
The one
They-
that likes Leonardo, or that
I don't keep up enough with that, but like literally they like cut the whole line, got on the ride, rode it once, and we were like close to the front, so we got on kind of after they did.
Uh-huh.
So we were kind of up at the top as they were exiting.
they're like,
Mhm.
yo, hold on, sir.
You wait.
We were
wait.
like waiting till we were like doing the climb of the roller coaster. We looked down and they literally got off, got back in the sedans, and drove off.
Damn.
They literally drove to this park, rode one ride, and then like
You think they maybe rode to the other ones? Because there's
I
always
think they
back
did.
entrances
I think they
and
did,
stuff.
but like that is crazy.
Yeah.
That is so crazy.
Like
That's
obviously there's like a safety thing. Like
Yeah.
if you're from that wealthy of a family, like you want to like you can't just have your kids running around. But I was thinking about the kids like that were with them, and I was like, you don't even like get like the theme park experience of walking around and like
I
seeing
know.
And waiting in
everything.
line
Yeah.
and then
That's
like,
part of
messing
it.
around with your boys.
friends,
Yeah.
hurting
My
yourself
kids
on
would
the bar. like
You're not getting that express pass.
nah.
Uh-uh.
like
They're
I,
waiting.
you're like that's such a different world. It was crazy
Yeah.
to see, but also like that bodyguard, like my boy Ben, he started like asking him questions about it.
Oh, really?
And the guy, it was crazy. The first thing that he said was like, there's a fight in the parking lot. We were like, what? He's like, yeah, these two guys were going at it. And he was like telling us the story. And then before we knew it, like had already got on the ride and gone. Like he did that to distract us. We were like, there was no fight in the parking lot. Like just talking to him, he immediately like diverted our attention.
CIA operative, bro.
We saw the earpiece in and everything, but like we were kind of hinting at like, what are you doing here, man?
Yeah.
Like, how are you having a good day? And he immediately like took over the conversation and was going. I was like,
wow.
Man.
You should have cut through the bullshit. All right. These are the real questions.
How
man.
much are you getting paid?
Did they kidnap your family? Is that why you work for them?
They'll deny you access to Amazon.
Dude, those bodyguards, it's like $150,000 to $200,000.
It's not cheap.
Well, yeah,
it's
that
not
guy
cheap.
is putting his life
Yeah,
on
that's
the
true.
line for you.
That is true.
And I bet
It's like your own Secret Service agent.
if I were to have bodyguards and security, I would put them in my will. Like, I wouldn't put my other family members. They're not doing anything for me. I'd put the guys that are actually,
Wow.
you know what I'm
Wow.
saying? Like, come on. You know,
Wow.
those guys are like actually
I at
saving
least
my
give
life.
them like
But,
healthcare and dental, but
Yeah.
You guys are cheap,
At
man.
minimum.
I ride for my boys.
Yeah.
I don't need the protection that bad.
Yeah, no, I don't have no protection, but I'm riding in a 2007 Honda Passport, raked like a goddamn 2004 police car. we could be Crime Stoppers, bro.
I know. Yeah, we have the dash cam.
We
and
got
everything.
the radar. The
Yeah.
police
Yeah.
radar. See, look, it's going off.
The lights.
No, I wonder if people see us and they're like, "Yo, that's like I gotta slow down. I'm about to get caught."
Yeah,
up."
and you're a badass Honda pilot.
Yeah.
I'm undercover.
We just need the light that like connects right here.
Yeah. Don't pass this mother yet. You're
It'd
gonna
be-
kill us all.
It'd be funny if, in the way that like trucks have the CB radio,
Uh-huh.
like there was a station where if we got within a certain proximity of another car, they could tune into the podcast.
Oh, that would be sick, like a live, and then you'd have this whole
Start roasting
caravan.
the shit
Yeah.
about
You
Oh
just
my
have
God,
a
really?
caravan behind you, like, hey, who's this Honda?
We're right
you know,
behind the slow ass convertible.
no, you know what I saw in Mexico. Okay, so you know those people that try to sell their cars and they put their numbers on the back.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I saw this video.
they're rolling behind this guy, right? And he has a number, and he calls him, and then he goes, right, it's ringing, and then he picks up, and he's like,
What a-
hey. Is this the guy with the, red Ford Explorer or whatever the car
Right.
was? He's like, yeah, you want to come check it out? I'm free right now. Like we could meet up somewhere. And he's like, no, get the fuck out the way, bro. You're going slow shit. And then he just like, yeah. And then he pulls past him. He's like, oh, that's hilarious.
That's so funny. That's cool.
Yeah. But what are the plans after? Because we only have a year left in school.
So I'm gonna do my master's degree. So I have 2 years left. Yeah.
At DU?
Yeah, at DU. I'm doing a 4+1 degree.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the same thing basically.
Really? All master's students, huh?
Yeah.
You
Yup.
guys just love studying.
Oh yeah. I mean,
That's-
if I didn't do it now, I wouldn't be doing it. So
Yeah.
I just want it done.
That's what I hear. But there's some portion of me where I'm like, I kind of want to live my life now, man.
yeah.
You know?
See, that's my big thing is like I want a job that
We'll be able to support.
it'll be able to support me, but also like I know that based on what I'm studying and what I'm probably going to be looking in career paths for, like the big conflict, especially like I've been really blessed to be able to do so many arts in high school.
Yeah.
And like if there's one thing I love more than studying is like doing improv and doing creative stuff.
Yeah.
And the hard thing is that I know that like I'm the type of person where I'm going to want something stable and dependable,
Mm.
but I'm also going to want to have the time where it's like, all right, I'm clocking out, I'm going to dance class, I'm going to yoga, like
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm doing the fun stuff, and having that balance is important. And so part of me is like, I'd rather kind of grind now and have more opportunities once I have that MA, even if it's just the letters MA that get me into that kind of
Yeah,
area.
Same.
Yeah.
But it's hard because like again with all the essays and stuff, like why do you want this? And I have to be like, I love learning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do
You have
love
to,
learning.
you remind
Yeah.
yourself. That's what I find a lot. You're like,
Kevin's chasing a lifestyle.
Kevin's chasing a lifestyle, not the bag.
You're right. Well, I don't know. I feel like for me, that's also a huge part of it. Like, I think with the MA, like it just opens up like so many opportunities, especially for like, Kevin and I are going kind of into the same areas of concentration. So I feel like, with the MA, it just opens up
international studies, right?
Yeah. I feel like in the international studies realm, it just opens up a lot more like stability. Like you can get a higher like position with more stability and, obviously a higher pay grade so you can support yourself. And yeah, I think for me, like, being able to have that stability and balance, like to be able to balance like work and then immediately like switch off, phone off, go hang out.
Because it sounds like right now you guys are already thinking of future terms of family, stable, living, lifestyle.
I mean, my biggest fear is that as much as I love what I study and I'm proud of the work that I do and I like, I did like college is right for me. Like, this kind of came out we took a class most recently called Murder in America.
Oh, okay.
And like one of the theories we talked about was like American Dream theory, where basically in the US, a lot of our motivation for everything is very economic, especially compared to other countries. Like it's, the way we talk about things, education is like an investment. The way we organize our families is around a work week, the way that we do everything. And while that makes sense, like it's important, I realized that like I think so much about the future in terms of like that security, partially because it's been ingrained in me. My parents have been like, hey, you work hard and you get these things.
You get security.
And with the end goal being like, all right, I have the security, then I can do what like I want or have access to the things that I want.
But to get that security, it takes time.
But like I look at like my dad, for example, he's like 62, I want to say, and he's finishing up a second master's degree program.
Damn, homie.
Like he could retire if he wanted to. Part of it was his GI Bill was going to be up and he wanted to use those benefits.
Right.
But like he is just working. And I know that the type of work that he's doing now is the type that's going to be most fulfilling to him. And he stayed in a job he wasn't a fan of for so long because like he knew the benefits would be great for my sister and for me and like our education and stuff. And I want to be able to do the same for my children. But at the same time, I'm also like, I can't, like, I know I need to do something that I love, or at least like is in a setup where I love it. It's not that I don't love international studies. It's just that like the stuff that I do now that I'd consider like my passion is like more artsy things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's important. Like, I think I'm such a workaholic. You're just supposed to.
Oh.
No, you should keep it in. But like,
yeah, if you need to charge,
we just plugged in the charger, get some.
Got some static.
Yeah.
Little buzz.
No.
I mean, I think it's just gonna be.
I think that's just the way
gonna
it is.
have
That's
to
okay.
roll.
That's okay. That's fine.
You were saying.
Yeah, I think I feel the same way. Like, I think I've just realized this a little bit more recently too, especially after like not doing anything for 4 months being abroad and just like realizing how much better that was for me. Cause I'm completely 100% a workaholic. Like my dad is also a workaholic. Like he is constantly working, constantly traveling every day, like, always working. And, as much as I'm thankful for like how hard he works and I do the same, like I do not want to be a workaholic like that. I feel like in, our career path, it's easy to get bogged down. Like, even right now in my internship, like I'm constantly like on Twitter, I'm constantly following things.
Yeah.
And I have to remind myself like, hey, switch it off, close everything out. Like you are not working right now. You are not in the building. You're not on the clock. Like close out, shut off, like, mute everything. And I've been making more of an emphasis on that because I feel like it's important to have those boundaries. And yeah, I want, something where I can
just go rogue, dude. Just one day buy a motorcycle
and just go
across the US and say, fuck all my responsibilities.
But
and then come back like, hey, I'm back.
But especially right now, like I realize like, I'm in college. We only have like a year left basically of like everyone being in the same situation where we're like all together and we're all like, just like young and able to like go out and do stuff like,
because I think right now we're still floating, but we're all getting our feet running. Right. We're all starting to pick up the pace and start jogging so that we can once next year passes, we're going to either start sprinting or some of us are going to stay behind or, this is where the fluctuation really starts.
Right. But I think it's important to, enjoy this moment and the time that we have now and not just worry about that and like be in the moment. Cause I've been making more of an emphasis on that. Cause I came, to that realization pretty recently, like, I have time to get everything figured out. It doesn't all have to be right now. I should
Yeah.
enjoy my time with the people in my life.
That's always the stress,
So-
bro. Like, yo, Steve Jobs created Apple at 20. What the fuck am I doing? Like, no, I had to get out of that
Well,
shit.
I
I'm
think
like,
that, like,
bro.
everything, a lot of the choices that we've made up until this point, like where to go to college and like to go to college and what we study and where we think we're going, like it's all very forward looking.
Mhm.
And I mean, I think to your point about abroad, like when I was just in that like time period where I only had like the next 4 months, and that's, or like 5 months, whatever the time, like I just had to worry about that. I was so much more, I think, in the present. Like I was living my day-to-day life in the present. And that was such a good feeling because I was just like, I'm here and I'm just here with my immediate surroundings. I'm not thinking about the past too much. I'm not thinking about the future. And so there's a part of me that's like, we need these plans in the path to like be successful. But at the same time, like the cost is, not actually living your life in a sense.
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel like, especially with the quarter system, like I had that mentality. I've been doing all my journaling. I've been so good. And then I got back here and just being back into that, like, okay, you need to be here now. You need to be here. And
Yeah.
you need to be this, and you need to do this.
Yeah.
Like I just turned into a drone of like, all
Yeah.
right, follow the next list item, and I think that's going to be really like, it doesn't really matter what I'm doing. I think as long as I'm doing it, I'm not thinking like that. I'm able to be able to be present with the moment.
That's
Because
my goal.
That's what I think life is about, at least like to actually live it instead of just be,
Oh.
like waiting for it and never actually being in it.
Yeah. No, that's
I don't know.
a good
That was
point.
kind of like fake deep to say like, yeah, man,
fake deep.
we didn't,
No,
we
that's
didn't
a
actually
very-
live our life, dude. We only think to the future,
Yeah.
man.
I mean, it's
Fuck.
valid. Like I think that's more, relevant right now to where we are,
Yeah.
especially, at DE on quarters, like you said, but also just like at this stage in life, like we're trying to figure out what we want to do. Oh, let's see. Are we gonna die?
Woo!
Are we gonna die right now? All right, everyone, pray for us right now.
Where we go? Oh,
Okay.
shit! Vincent.
Oh my God. I was kidding, but we actually almost did get.
Damn!
Freebird just started playing in my
El
ear.
Capitan is taking some risks out here.
He's like, stay calm.
Estaré.
Yeah, be studied. Yeah, he's like, chill out. You came within a few feet, not a few inches.
But did you die?
But did you die? Exactly.
You're being dramatic.
Anyways, sorry to interrupt our very nice conversation we were having. Thanks, Vincent.
Vincent's like, I got to bring them back into the present.
Yeah, he's like,
Let me
you
show
want to
these
talk about the
bitches
present?
what real life is.
Yeah, he's like, you want to talk about the present? All right, look at this. Watch this.
Watch your life flash before your eyes.
He's like, you're gonna be real grateful now, aren't you?
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. Well, gentlemen, we are at an hour 20. We got a lot of buzzing and a lot of frequencies going on, but
Yeah, I
I
hope
think
this is like listenable.
Yeah, sorry.
is it, hold on, let me hear it on your guys' headphones.
We'll take a brief intermission as they switch headphones. On to sound engineer. That's dope.
It's like, I got that.
That's dope.
Thank you for joining us. Well, you guys didn't really have any other choice.
Well, yeah. Thanks for
couldn't
having
leave.
us.
I
if you
asked
want.
you
I was
guys
gonna
like
say you can't
yesterday.
leave.
I was like, oh, I should probably ask them before I even
Probably get
set
their
all this shit up.
consent.
Yeah.
What if I said no?
But yeah, I will actually need to get you guys to sign those consent forms after.
In writing.
Are you serious?
It's because
How much am I getting paid for this?
Oh, you are not getting paid shit.
Okay.
I'll maybe get you a
Fuck.
beer or
Is your
something, but
YouTube
that's
okay,
it.
channel
bet.
monetized?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
My Spotify almost is though.
Oh.
I need to get like 60 more listeners.
Oh, well, let me pop in there.
Yeah.
I'll make it 59.
I was like, wouldn't it be 61? Oh.
Oh.
It goes down.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Finals
I gotta
took
get
it out of me, guys.
I gotta get 100 like listeners, and I got like somewhere around 40.
Okay. Yeah, let me jump
Yeah,
on that.
So,
You gotta support.
but
yeah.
yeah, thank you guys. That's gonna close it out for this one. We're gonna have to figure out how to put all this shit back.
I know. Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Yeah, but it should be okay. We'll just take it slow.
Yeah.
But yeah, peace out, guys.
Thanks for
check
having
out
us.
their channels.
Captain, do you want to give us a little sign off?
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah. Give us a sign off.
I'm gonna get us there safe. Don't worry, everybody. But thanks for listening. What's up?
Give us the arrival time.
Give us thanks for flying with us.
So
too.
we're slated to arrive at the Four. This is your captain speaking. We're slated to arrive at the Four Corners Monument at 1:49 p.m. We will stop for gas as well as probably food before that. So prediction 2:30-ish. We have a seatbelt sign will be on for the remainder of the journey, and I'll get us there safe. No more bolt passes for a bit. So, anyways, thanks guys. It's been awesome. Looking forward to the journey now.
Llegaremos a las Cuatro Rincones en 4 horas.
Por favor, se quedan en sus asientos.
Por favor, permanezcan sentados.
Cinturón de seguridad.
All right, let's close it up.